The biggest question on my mind is the Mirana. Are you going to get the value from that Mirana? Are you going to be landing those arrows on the enemy there, soak some EXP with the arrow? Like, that's what we tend to see. They go for the safe play lane and try to get that way, because no matter what, that lane's just going to be rough.
Well, we just had a look at those odds on screen, and it has evened out quite a bit. No, arrow is going to connect. That's the first arrow of the game, and it does last a long time into the spear, and that's going to be the first blood coming out.
Has burned through one tango, but again, with that added regen, he's going to be fine. Has the burning spears up. So level 2 is up and running for that mid lane. Should be able to trade nicely, though. Up top, why?
Yeah, he'll burn out to the fire spirits of YG. Now Sylar going to also burn quite low. I don't think the Icarus dive damage is going to be enough. Vortex mid lane. This is what we talked about. Nothing to say. Yes. But only time will tell. Is AQ again going to just jump on the Mirana, sing Q. This is not what you want if you're EHOME. They're top lane. Even this Axe, they're trying to control him up. Wizard, he's starting to get low. But with that Ring of Tarask, he's been surviving long enough. That can he get away? He's still healing, but Sin Q does finally have the damage. It looked pretty close.
But you can't be everywhere in the map at the same time, you know? You're going to be copying weaker lanes in this case, and that is going to be Fate Beyond right now.
Yeah, Faith, Battery Assault going to be there. Faith Beyond cannot survive, and that was only level 1 Battery Assault, but that mini stun with the Razor follow-up going to be more than enough. But now Sin Q will rotate over and definitely wanted to go for some kind of kill on the Razor, but never mind that. Mid lane, AQ again going to find nothing to say thanks to the rotation of YG, and Y, he'll be slowly but surely chased down, and I don't think you get out of this one. His Vortex does connect, and he tries to Fairy Fire, but is it going to really do him any good? Probably not. YG... Faith. Gonna find Faith Beyond. Battery Assault just ticking away. It's still a level 1 Battery Assault, but it gives Mugi time to come in. Still Spear will at least knock Mugi away. Faith Arrow is going to connect. They could go for this. Mugi threatening with his own presence. He doesn't even have Static Link yet, but he will in a moment. And Faith Beyond with the spear from a mile away, just barely landing. But now with Mugi chasing, it looks like he cannot sustain. And now Mugi looks to turn around on the supports. Why? Probably can't get out of this, or maybe he can, but Plasma Field is definitely going to slow him down a little bit. He'll purge it off with the Fortune's End, and why? Is he really going to just chase down the T1? He does get arrowed, and that should be enough to force Mugi back.
Yeah, it's rough, right? Like, they even have to rotate Fate Beyond. They do find the Phoenix.
YG getting jumped on. Sam going to be there on the Storm, but he got the Vortex off, and now with the Cogs, is it enough? They had the Fate's Edict on the Huskar, but it doesn't block off enough damage, and now Y getting low again. Sin Q, you gotta run. Just leap away. It's not safe. Faith Beyond does get the Spear off onto Faith, and Faith should die here to the arrow of Sin Q, and does, but AQ still has a double damage rune active.
So much value from this low-level Clockwork doing all these plays, although up top, Wizard in spot of trouble.
This could be dangerous. He gets the call off, but Fortune's End going to be there, and Sylar should be able to get an ensnare off, or maybe he can't, but he does have the slow. That'll be it. They do pick up a nice little trade there for Sylar, who is still free farming on the Troll, which is great news for him. Why now? Going to go for the Fortune's End onto Faith. Faith actually getting knocked out. Spear will land on the tree, but now you have this Phoenix once again. YG, they'll take down Faith Beyond.
Oh, man.
And Mugi, with all that extra damage now, going to go after Y. The Sunray being popped. Sylar, he's going to join in, but I don't think this is really safe for him. He does have Battle Trance, and it looks like he's confident enough as Y. Almost drops. Mugi, he will run completely out of mana, and now the arrow does connect those Sin Q. Almost going down, but Faith can't finish the job, and Sylar trying to go after this Razor. He pops the Battle Trance, but Mugi is out, and he looks like he's going to turn this. He has Plasma Field and Static Link again. Sylar going to be chased. Plasma Field does land.
Oh, man.
Newbee are just playing this perfectly. They are playing EHOME like a fiddle right now. Look at YG.
What?
Y's going to burn out to that Fire Spirit damage, I think. In fact, he just makes it, but Sin Q, the Purifying Flames heal will keep him up long enough, but they are always on the edge. Every single team fight, these two supports on the side of EHOME, just one kick away from falling off the cliff. And Faith!
Faith! What? The flare! The hook! Finds the two supports that barely survive.
On top lane, Wizard finds Faith Beyond on the Mars. survive this. Maybe Syncue could leap. But Fortune's End, gonna fly out. Faith, he's gonna be the target, but he's got Moogie there to help out. Arrow will not connect. They're gonna try, but now the hookshot of Moogie goes down the hill. They'll take down the Mars first, and they start chasing his Wizard. Gonna rotate in on the axe, and Y try to run, but why would you even bother? He does get dunked as Syncue now. Gonna be chased. Nothing to say. Being slowed to the plasma. Does get the disarm for a second, but the dunk not even going to be necessary. As now YG drops the egg just in case. Just to flex on him a little bit. He doesn't need the egg this game. That hook shot ready. He could catch multiple here if he wants, and he gets the main one. The Husker getting caught out with no vision. This looks bad. Nothing to say. Going to try and fight, but they've lost Y. He got the false promise off in time, but he gets dunked anyway. Wizard doesn't care. Oh, mid lane, they jump on Wizard. He does have 10 stick charges, and he is very, very tanky, but he is going down fairly quick. That's a huge kill for EHOME. Wizard, I'm surprised he stuck around that long, considering his team had left the building. But EHOME, they will happily take the kill.
Yeah, that's a big kill for them. They might lose someone though.
Yeah, Sylar kind of makes the same mistake. False promise from Y, not even ready yet. He needs 10 seconds, and now the hook. Faith setting up for the secondary kill. Sylar, he's going to try and armor toggle his way to victory. He does find AQ, but does die in the end. Now that kill to AQ, maybe you'd call that worth the Radiant when that Moonlight Shadow popped. So they are aware, Newbee, that this is happening. AQ is still kind of just sticking around. He's not really scared, as they do have the Phoenix Egg, and YG gonna jump in. Can he Icarus dive? He needs a second. He gets Yule's up, and that's actually gonna work against him, or maybe not. The arrow, it does connect, but AQ still goes in, and Faith straight onto that Oracle. Get rid of that false promise, and Y can't do anything about it. He'll die. The buyback was there from YG. He still has the egg. They want to keep going. Faith gets spotted by that Sunray, but he's way too far. So EHOME still do find a decent enough pick-off and do force out a buyback. And bot lane, AQ getting caught out alone.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Some illusions mid lane. So he gives it away as hookshot gonna land from Faith. Sylar looking for the right target on the troll. In fact, never mind. They just run away. They understood without Y on the Oracle being able to false promise, it wasn't worth taking the team fight. To get the hell out as Moogie pops the Mask of Madness, and AQ looking for a target, and they'll go up top. Who have they found there? It is going to be Nothing to Say again on the Husker going down as Wizard sets up with the axe.
So they've got to really be decisive. They jump onto Y.
Y. Again, the blink call coming out from the axe. It's just so easy to pick up a kill because you have AQ on that Storm who can just zip in and follow up. Newbee now.
That Moonlight to keep trying to find kills. It has not been paying off.
Sylar, hookshot gonna be there. Faith just gonna lock him in place. Sylar, he doesn't get the battle trance off in time. Just doesn't seem to make any sense to try and go for that without your troll, but instead, maybe they rush a Roshan, but the rocket flare. The timing from Faith, I mean, his clockwork this game has just been on point, and EHOME aren't backing off. They're going to go for it. Faith is waiting patiently with hookshot. Sylar will be back up in about a second. He's going to TP straight towards that outpost, and now the Yules, they're expecting the blink into the arrow, but it's not going to be that long, but Faith spears him back into the tree now. Nothing to say, falling low, but he has got the BKB off, and now the egg has been dropped. They will be able to burst it down. Nothing to say, has lost his life. Meanwhile, Sylar, who are you fighting? He'll go after Moogie on the Razor. AQ just cleaning up the supports as Battle Trance is popped, but Wizard jumps in with the call. Faith trying to help out. Moogie barely runs away, and now the hook comes in from Faith with the control. Three-man cogs, but the arena's there. Nothing to say, is still man-fighting everybody. Faith, he's going to drop on the clock. It's a rampage coming out from Nothing to Say, and it could be a double as AQ will also go down. And how did they win that team fight?
God.
What an absolute mess.
Just a complete mess coming out from Newbee.
Illusion Rune for their trouble. Not the best route in the world, but bot lane,
Sylar.
look, they found the big one, the troll. Can he battle trance in time? It looks like he can. He BKBs battle trances, but the static link is there, sapping away all the damage from this troll, and he will eventually fall. Still the arena, it'll go down. They're gonna just try and fight this one out. The egg is there. They need to get that down ASAP. The egg almost going, and it will pop off. It does get there all the way. Now AQ jumps back in, but again, it's nothing to say. Trying to man fight basically by himself. It's not going to be good enough this time. He'll lose his Aegis. He's going to try again. He'll run forward. Faith Beyond is there to help. Nice little God's Rebuke to stop the Icarus time. They actually find the Phoenix, but now the static link going to be there. There's this arm coming out from the Husker. Nothing to say. Can he actually fight this one? He's lost too much damage. He definitely cannot. And Faith Beyond, understanding that, just TP's out.
You're going to have to watch out for those spikes on
Faith.
Phoenix. Just going to be really hard to
Faith.
deal with. Oh!
Hookshot going to be there on Faith Beyond. Spear is going to be there as well from Faith Beyond, but it doesn't look great as AQ jumps in straight onto SinQ and does take him out. They dunk, they take down the Mars. And he tried to go for the outpost steal. Zip in, he found two straight away. Now the double core coming out, and that is going to be two supports dead straight away. AQ, he'll go for more. Nothing to say, is the main target, but he is out of mana on the Storm. They have Blink in a couple seconds on the Axe, but it won't be quick enough. But with those two supports down, they could try for a high ground attempt.
Fire. So
AQ
a lot of punch.
dodges the spear from the Mars, and well, it's a lot of damage coming out from this Storm. Faith forced to use his first BKB charge just to survive the damage output. But Wizard, he gets the call off through the Moonlight Shadow and Hook. Faith, he won't land on the back lines. Spirit Vessel going to be there on Faith Beyond. He still runs away in time. Now they turn on the clockwork. They can at least take him down first. And Faith does eventually die to the Fire Spears, but Newbee, they're not done. They get the call once again, this time on Sylar. The static link just sapping all that damage away, but Faith Beyond jumping back in, trying to help out. The Axe, he falls low. He goes down. They got the False Promise on the Sylar. They go after the Razor. In fact, never mind. They got the arrow onto the Storm, and now the Ensnare's coming out. AQ goes down, but they've lost Sylar on the Troll. Mugi trying to survive. He gets speared away. YG jumps in and says, just kill me instead. And he will take the death, allowing Mugi on the Razor to get out of there. EHOME still confidently taking this. Yule's going to be there on the clock, but it's not perfectly timed. There's still time. Mugi gets in there, and now the hookshot does land. Nothing to say. He still grabs the Aegis. Still manages to pick it up through that stun. And nothing to say now with the False Promise. Surviving, trying to fight back the best he can. He will eventually lose that Aegis, but he does get Faith in the clock. Buyback immediately out of that Faith, and now Arena of Blood onto three of them. Arrow lands on Wizard, but he got the BKB off in time. They want that Razor. Here comes AQ with the Vortex, but he only caught one of them as EHOME. They look good going into this. Can they find Mugi? Where's the stun? The arrow, it does not land. It was a millimeter off target. And YG will be the one to go down on the Phoenix. And that's actually a dieback on that Phoenix. And so EHOME, although they get their Aegis essentially denied,
would break up the fight sequence for EHOME and give Newbee an opening if they invest in that item on a couple of their heroes.
well, they're going high ground. EHOME, they got to cheese up on Nothing to Say. Not quite as good as an Aegis, but now the speed. Who have they caught? It is Wizard. The Axe getting bursted down. Nothing to say. Trying to get the damage up, but not quite there as the Hook was in the back to make sure they couldn't follow up. Nothing to say. He's starting to fall low, but he eats the cheese. He doesn't want to risk his life. Egg being dropped. AQ, how much can you control these guys? The call is going to land. Now Arena, though, locking down Mugi. The Razor, they don't have the damage yet, but Sylar comes in now on the Troll. And the only person to die was Faith in the Clockwork, as he did sacrifice his life to ensure they got Wizard out safely. But the high ground, Tier 3 will go down. Nothing to say now. It's going to be a slow process, especially thanks to those Fire Spirits of the Phoenix. AQ can jump back in with the spear again. Faith Beyond. He caught Wizard. Can you save him this time? It doesn't look like they can, as the False Promise was there and Nothing to Say to delay his death. Can he survive through it? I think he can. He's been healed up. Now the Phoenix, another dieback coming out. Three heroes with no buybacks available on the side of Newbee are down. This could be Megas. They're going to go for Tier 4s. They want to finish the game.
I mean, it's 2 heroes to defend. Razor Storm. Can they hold out against 5 heroes? It's a tall order.
Oh, AQ, he's got to make magic happen with Mugi. He jumps in, but the Yule's the arrow. It all lands. Can they lock him down long enough? Not quite yet, but the Fortune's End will follow. Still, they don't care. The Ancient now. It's been exposed. Sylar had nothing to say. They were taking the T4s while all that was happening in this game. Could be over. AQ lands a Vortex, but look at that Troll Warlord. John Sylar is just hitting away with the Battle Trance. And EHOME. What a comeback to start the first series.